All right, Dan, what is it?
Is there any way whatsoever to reanimate people after they have died?
Oh, you have been working too hard.
I'm not joking.
Want to hear the really creepy part?
2 murders, Dobbs. 2 murders in a town no bigger than a postage stamp.
To retain the control over the souls of his undead.
You ask your wife.
He had to cut out their heart.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror movies, sci-fi films, cult classics, new and old. Warning, everybody, there are spoilers ahead. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I am Erik Rodenheiser in Salem, and I'm eating Cheez-Its because Art said it sounds like ASMR, so I thought nothing to do with our movie. Just wanted to finish my last Cheez-It. I'm very selfish with this podcast tonight. I'm so sorry. But I am in Salem. Yeah, and I'm just dead on my feet. Long day. I'm just, dead.
I'm feeling a little dead too. And you should feel dead if you're listening, because we are diving into the movie called Dead and Buried.
We're diving into it?
We're diving into it.
Aren't we digging into it?
Oh, so much better. So much better. Dead and Buried, 1981, directed by Gary Sherman. It stars James Ferrantino, Melody Anderson, Lisa Blunt, and Jack Albertson.
Grandpa Joe!
Yes!
Oh, Willie, you're a monster! I don't know what voice that is, but...
And also somebody else we're going to recognize here. Just before, a couple of years before they break really big.
Right.
Yes, but we'll bring it up when he comes up. But yeah. Erik, this movie, Dead and Buried, this is what you call a video store classic, right? It had that box art. That poster the poster for this movie is fantastic. It looks great.
Yep,
Painting,
it's a horizontal face, right?
Yeah,
coming out of the cracked ground. You still don't know what's going on. You're like, what is this? It's awesome. It probably made me watch it.
And I didn't
see it in the theater.
I didn't see it in the theaters either. It was I think I saw it either on video or it was an HBO staple for a while. It was one of those horror movies that would just play on HBO a lot.
100%.
So
I probably saw it on when HBO was home box office. Bum, bum, bum.
But yeah, this was one of those movies, 1981. It has a few people we've discussed before involved. Ron Shusett, who was the co-writer of Alien with Dan O'Bannon. They're also the co-writers of this movie, Dead and Buried, and Ron Shusett produced it as well. So Ron Shusett didn't have much of a career after this, except you see, when you follow his IMDb, it's great, Erik. He has a few things, like Alien and Dead and Buried and everything. And then he's basically dining out on Alien because he's in the credits of every Alien property for the future, based on characters created by Dan O'Bannon and Ron Shusett. Yes.
Great name too, Ron Shusett.
Yes.
Ron Shusett.
So he created this. There's not a lot I think we need to talk about setting this up, Erik. So I think we should get into it.
All right. I'm ready because I'm telling you now, Dead and Buried, first watch, I was trying to recapture that for everybody. My first watch of Dead and Buried, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I was scared.
So here we go, Erik. We're getting into it. We start with credits on a still photo of what looks like a old coastal town. At first, you're not sure, Erik. Is this like a historical time or it's like really sepia-toned photo?
You think there'd be narration over it? The town of Misty Morning. Back in the days with the old cowboys, something like that.
And that's correct. But then briefly the town animates and we see, it looks a little more modern. And then we cut to, we're on the beach. We're at the beach. Guy pulls up in a VW.
It's Fred.
Scooby-Doo mystery machine.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
We discovered something together.
Jumping the gun. But this guy gets out heads down to the beach. It's a New England beach, Eric. It's got lobster traps. It's got fishing
except
nets.
For the giant rocks in the water.
I know.
It's a New England beach. I was like, did I go to that beach in California? But no, I looked it up.
It's Mendocino, right? That's where
I didn't get that far. But cool beach, very moody, right? Very New Englandy overcast,
And then he takes out a camera and starts shooting some photos, some artistic photos of everything from birds to like the old jugs that have washed up on the beach. Ooh. And he's gonna see some.
It's like we're doing spoilers for ourselves.
And we're not even intending it.
Right? Fred in the Mystery Machine pulls up and looks at old jugs.
Oh, my God. We didn't even intend that. Yeah,
they're new jugs. He looks at new jugs.
He's going to see some new jugs, yeah.
Listen to us. Rude.
So he's taking shots around, and we're seeing it through the viewfinder lens. But then, Eric, sees something else through his viewfinder lens.
Yes, it's here's what I love, because you love listening to the music, and now because of you, which I hate you for, is I listen intently to the music that's going on, and it was regular kind of moody music, wah, wah, bah, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden,
I know,
like. It's like
really
she walked
is.
into my beach. There she was, blonde hair, cut like a character from a cartoon movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sees some feet, and we go all the way up those legs. They're jeans, but
they're 80s mom jeans.
And they go all the way up.
Yep.
Got a bright red top, and then it's a very attractive blonde. And this actress, I was like, where have I seen her? I know that I've seen this actress. Now, she's done a lot of stuff, but our generation, you would know her. Biggest thing is she was in Officer and a Gentleman. And she was the friend of Deborah Winger, who befriended the other pilot who dropped out to be with her. I won't give it away. This isn't a spoiler for Officer and a Gentleman, but she got nominated for a Golden Globe for that award, for that performance. That was really big for her. Yeah.
But that would have been. She's not the attractive blonde in Fright Night, right? Because she looks a lot like that.
Yeah, she does look a lot like that.
Yeah.
No, but she's not. Yeah. But it's that actress, Lisa Blunt is her name. Yeah.
Lisa Blunt. Yeah, they're having a little exchange there. And this guy's, he's 40 maybe, but he's got that cap on.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a nice guy. And they're toying back and forth about names. It's like,
because he's got a nice camera, Eric.
Oh, he does have a nice camera.
Nice camera.
Oh, yeah. It's like, do you get famous from taking that? She talks like this. You get famous from taking pictures? No, not really. Make good money, though. What's your name? My name's... Don't tell me. It's Fred. Ugh. He's like, ugh.
She's like, no, Freddie.
Oh, that's much
Freddie.
better art.
Yeah.
See how that's much better?
And then he guesses her name, and he says, Lisa.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to call you Lisa.
But she looks like she doesn't like that.
Yeah, what?
She looks like, they both don't like the names that they picked for each other in this little flirty game that they're doing right now.
Yeah. He's taking her picture, and I like this because I like the fact that they show behind the lens, and they show that the pictures are good.
She's a model. She's a model. Like,
but he's doing it behind like netting and stuff, and really cool. And then I think he says, I think she says, "Am I pretty?" He's like, "Duh."
He's like, "You got to get out of this place, baby."
Yeah.
He starts calling her baby. He starts saying baby.
But is she pretty enough to be a model?
Yeah. Well, she's getting more and more. She's on the rocks all of a sudden, splayed out on the rocks. But she's getting more and more towards boudoir type poses, right? She's totally relaxed.
Because we get hello horror movie. I feel like it's been a while.
Now, Eric, would you classify this as a jump scare?
Jump scare boobs?
Because it comes very suddenly. He's taking these photos, and she's got a button down, and she just just opens it right up.
Yeah, it's that tied in the front, where you tie half of the shirt.
Yes.
But it was kind of a surprise, like, whoa. And, he's still taking the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a little forward. She's like, do you want me? It's like, well, we're right here on the
Is that a rhetorical question?
What are you talking about? And she's looking around. I think, she's looking around like, oh, in case someone sees us.
Uh-huh.
And I think we get a little ripped off here because they're closing in for a kiss.
I have in my notes, Eric. Actually, let's get to it.
Yep.
Because
go ahead.
He's all excited. He's going in for this. And then suddenly it's like, whack! He gets thumped on the back of the head.
Yeah, I think it's with a crowbar.
Yes. And he's like, wow.
Yeah, it's so weird.
A whole bunch of people are there beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, and they look like regular people that you find in a, sleepy seaport town. They're not like dressed as a cult or anything. They're just people. And she takes his camera away and she starts taking pictures.
And she's a smile, Freddie.
It's so weird.
And one of them takes, and we start to realize a bunch of them have cameras. They have
and freaking blunt weapons.
And they're taking photos. He's getting beaten. And then somebody's like, welcome to Potter's Bluff.
Yeah. And it is brutal. I remember seeing this scene for the first time and I was so uncomfortable because I'm like, what? Why are they? I mean, they're basically torturing this guy because, you have those posts on the beach, there's just random posts.
With fishing net strung up on him. With like fishing net. Yeah.
And they tie that guy with the fishing net. And here's what's brutal about it is I don't know if you saw, but here's a picture of the netting like this. And his face is like, he's got.
I have my notes, Eric, that his nose is what's holding him up.
Yes. And his lip is up like this. Yeah. And he's
caught in the fishing line. And this actor is going for it. Good for him.
Yep.
He is making noises and screaming and writhing, going like you would if you were in this situation. You're like, what the hell? Here's what I wrote in my notes, Eric. This was the biggest cock tease I've ever had.
There you go. Well, that makes sense for my next statement because he probably still has a stiffy. It's turned into fear now.
I was like, this poor guy.
He's like, God damn it.
His brain is trying to catch up with what.
He's like, so it's not happening then? So it's not happening.
Let me be clear. Can I just. No, but he's riding around in there. And all these people, and the addition of them all snapping photos. And then suddenly somebody has a film camera. You can hear the whirring of it.
Yes. It's like
yeah. And I love how we're both trying to imitate that. Like, no. It's more like, Eric, it's more like.
No, it's more like this.
Yeah. And so then another guy steps forward and starts pouring gasoline on him.
Yes.
But it's that thing of like he technically you look at he's getting it on himself too. He's getting a lot of that gasoline on himself, the guy who's doing it. But they're all smiling, these people, and they're not maniacally laughing or anything. They're just.
No. And then you get someone with a match. And this woman, what is with her hair? If anybody watches, what's the Matt Groening space one?
Futurama.
Futurama, it looks like the young version of Mom. Her hair is like Dracula, welcome to my home. I'm Gary Oldman. But it's that weird.
Yeah. Little like, do you remember, was it Sean Young in Blade Runner?
There you go.
Like that type of hair too, right? Yeah.
Yes. It's the discount version of Sean Young. There you go.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Good job.
So, but definitely it looks almost like not of this time, even the 80s.
It does.
It looks like she's
look
out of some other time here.
Yeah.
But she lights a match. And
she freaking lights him on fire. And
yes,
this is where
I noticed with 2 matches, Eric, because I'm sure on the set that day with the wind, they were like, all right, you got to strike 2 matches because the first one keeps, when you just have one, it kept blowing out on the takes, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I love that they use a match. Like that's going to.
Yeah. You got to get really close. Yeah.
The other guy's also covered. Like he's got to step back because he's going to catch on fire.
I hope so. Yeah. But they light him up and pretty good shot with the flames coming up, and he is screaming.
awful.
He is screaming. And they're all still snapping pictures away.
Still snapping pictures of him burning.
Yes.
Burned alive.
But they do a nice little fade here, Eric, as far as the filmmaking, to the Potter's Bluff sign, a new way of life, it's as their motto, right?
A new way of life. A new way of life in an old town. Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like that sign is like 50 years old.
Yeah.
But the way they do it is the flames that we saw engulfing him, we're seeing this Potter's Bluff sign, and it looks like there are flames in front of this Potter's Bluff sign, and the camera moves down and it's a car fire. There's a car on fire underneath the Potter's Bluff sign.
And guess what it is? It's Scooby-Doo's Mystery Machine overturned on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get to introduce to some people. Who is he? The mechanic?
Yes.
He's a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Freddy. Yeah. Freddy's on fire. Freddy's hot tonight. No.
Is he Henry? I think his name is Henry, right? That they call him.
No, it's also Freddy. Freddy Krueger. Right?
But it's Robert Englund. Yes. It's Robert Englund. And speaking part in this movie, very clearly him. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've seen Dead and Buried after watching Nightmare on Elm Street, you just don't buy it. You're like, no, at any minute he's going to be like,
Yeah. He's here. And Eric, you mentioned that Nightmare on Elm Street is just a couple of years off.
Yep.
I love Hollywood and movies because the guy we're watching in this movie, Robert Englund, that actor has no idea how iconic he is going to be in just a couple of years.
I'm a young Fisher guy in this horror movie.
I'm a tow truck driver. Yeah, I'm a tow truck driver.
That's it. Tow truck guy. Yeah.
He's the tow truck guy.
Yep.
Because they're putting out the fire here and they got this turned over Volkswagen. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're introduced to the sheriff.
Yes.
The Sheriff Dan. He doesn't talk like that. I just like it. Sheriff Dan.
And he's there. And then we're also introduced, this is going to be a running gag. So Sheriff Dan is at the accident site and he's calling back to his dispatcher, Betty, who I think we're supposed to think this is funny. And I do find it funny at times. She is just always at 10, like with her delivery.
Yeah. Is every single dispatcher in every movie like this? Do you have to hire someone who's like loopy?
Yes.
Hi, Betty, listen to me.
Yeah. When is Dobbs getting here with the meat wagon?
Yeah.
That's what they said. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he shows up in the meat wagon.
Yeah. Dobbs comes in with royalty-free instrumental jazz or old music, big band.
I don't know what
big band playing out of his hearse.
Yeah. It's very, it's very much, what do you call it? Like 40s music. It's like the hotel in The Shining. It's that kind of music.
And Robert Englund and Sheriff Dan are like, what an entrance. He's making an entrance.
Yeah,
here he comes. Very theatrical, I guess, this guy. But he's the mortician, and it's Jack Albertson.
Yes. Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka. Also, nobody's going to remember this, but he was also the man in Chico and the Man.
He was.
Yeah.
The Chico and the Man.
Yeah. He was the man.
Yeah, and he's got these great glasses on. He's like these good giant glasses, little bow tie. Very funny. Charlie's with him in the car. Grandpa Joe, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going out to do my thing, Charlie.
But that voice, that Jack Albertson voice.
Oh, I can't even do it, really.
Miss it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's really great to have him in this movie.
Yep.
So they go over to the car and they're looking in there. They got the fire out and the person's hanging upside down.
Yes.
Which is weird because yes.
So like
we know that he wasn't killed in an accident. But this looks like an accident.
When you say killed, we get
I'm doing that on purpose.
They go in to look and he's upside down, like burned corpse, like missing all your. Wait, here, I'll do it for you. Missing all of your lips. Like
yes.
That, right?
Yes.
And then he goes, oh! It was scary.
It is a jump scare.
Yes.
You don't see it coming and it fades out.
But now that we passed this point, what I'll point out to everyone is, and if you look back, you still won't see it. It's not a person.
Mm-hmm.
It's a puppet. I was like, what? I thought that was a guy.
This is the makeup guy, Stan Winston, is
Who's
on
that?
this movie. Yeah.
Stan Winston?
Very famous.
I'm not familiar with his work.
I'm sure you're not, Mr. Fangoria.
I'm not. Amazing. He is a genius.
Yes. And there's some really cool stuff in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This looks great right here, too. This guy, awesome. This skull screaming that's like in this car.
All charred gross.
So next day, right, we're cutting to next day, and at the diner, we're going to learn a little bit about Dan here. He goes into the diner, and the locals, including Freddy Krueger,
right,
Robert Englund are there, and they're giving Sheriff Dan a hard time. They're giving Sheriff Dan a hard time.
And the guy from whatever it is, Northern Exposure, the millionaire from Northern Exposure, he's one of the buddies. Oh, what are you doing there, Dan? You get to, I love his voice. I can't do that one either. Everybody's got a different accent in this town.
I was going to say there's a lot of variation here.
Oh, everybody's got a different accent in this town. Ooh,
they do. So we learned that Dan is from the big city. He grew up here. He was born here in this town, Potter's Bluff, but he moved away. They go to the big city, got his master's degree, college boy in criminology, and now he's back here.
Yeah, because we needed that. Because we needed all of that.
We needed that. And they're like, I hope you can solve that crime, Mr. Big City master's degree, everybody. And then the waitress, Midge, is giving him some food. And when the camera cuts up, it's the woman who lit the match on the beach.
Oh, it's what's it from Blade Runner? It's Mom.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So she's in there. And so you're like, okay, she was at the beach and what's going on?
Murdering a person.
Yeah. And now she's just a waitress at the diner.
But he knows her.
Yeah.
He knows everybody. So what?
Yeah.
And then I guess we get another cut to, right?
Cut to a nighttime. And this, Eric, this is clearly all ADR, right? What's happening here. Do you want to describe what's happening here?
Picture anyone who's like never been drunk before and they say, okay, you have to play a drunk. They're like, oh, okay. And this is the guy's voice. He's in a boating area, fisherman's boating area, and he's doing all kinds of drunk things, but absolutely had to be in the studio. He's like,
because his mouth doesn't match sometimes, and he doesn't.
Hard to play a drunk, I guess. But
in case he has a little Harry Dean Stanton look to him. This guy,
yes,
I wanted it to be Harry Dean Stanton, but.
Me
but
too.
It's not. It's
very foggy. There's a lot of fog.
And it seems like he's on a boat.
What I mean, all right, what do you know? What do you know about boats? Don't you tell me anything about boats, my friend, because I know about boats. I'm going to feed this little fish some alcohol. Boats.
And Eric, I have to say, this goes on for a little bit. They're letting this guy milk it.
It's a lot of boats.
My thought was here that and I'm going to be fair. I'm going to call out some stuff here. They do have some nice shots in this movie that I'm going to call out. It's
I'm
good.
a big fan of fog.
No, but there's also some nice camera movement and things like that in this movie. But here, I think that's part of this. Is they're like, we want to have all this camera movement and show this set that we've created here. We want
to show everybody all the boat.
Yeah.
Show them.
So it's this drunk sailor. We're like, he's a fisherman. I'm not sure.
He's a hard-working blue collar man. Boats. Who's been living here?
Mm-hmm.
Does he live here? He's not a resident, right?
That's what I was going to say for later. I was going to say when they talk later, they kind of specifically say that he's not.
Yeah, so he just must have.
And then also we're going to find out, I guess I'll say here, that this boat is not on the water.
No, it's a boat yard.
Yeah.
But guess what?
as he's talking to the fish head, that discussion is ended very quickly.
Sharing drinks. Yeah. Yep.
But that conversation is terminated, Eric.
Yes, by the frickin' people that were on the beach, and they
flashbulb.
Yeah.
Pew.
More pictures. I don't know.
And they go smile.
Same thing. And they're freaking stabbing him, and there's slashes face
with the harpoons and gaffs. It's almost like it reminds me of the fog. It does remind me of like those instruments that the fog ghosts used. It's the town people again. It's all these guys.
Yeah. My guess right now is they just don't like tourists.
Yeah. But okay, this was a little confusing for me, Eric, because at this point of the movie, on like say my first watch, I don't know that he's a tourist. That isn't quite.
I thought he was a local.
I thought he was like a local. So there are some things you're going to say later that I'm like, wait a minute. So I just thought I'd point that out as far as the storytelling. I was a little thrown.
The next night, right?
Yes.
So 2 people murdered in this little town.
Yeah.
Viciously for no reason. And they're taking pictures.
And I think, do we see that Lisa's there from the beach too, right?
Yep. She's there. There's a lot of familiar faces. You're like, wait a second.
Yeah, you're starting to clock a lot of people.
At least the person at the diner.
Yep.
Mom. And then Lisa, yeah. Lisa.
And then we're going to cut to some more of our big bands because we're now in Dobbs, Jack Albertson's funeral home, his mortuary. He has a phonograph. It looks like it plays the old 78 records, Eric, like the thick old ones.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, every record starts like this.
Yes, right.
I don't know.
You could probably knock somebody out if you hit them on the head with it.
Exactly. They wouldn't break.
Sentimental Journey. He's taking a sentimental journey.
Yeah, and so Grandpa Joe is sitting there, and I think he's working on a stiff, and he's got a. It's
an old woman, yeah.
He's got Jimmy as his apprentice.
Yeah, Jimmy comes in and says, "Hey, the sheriff's here to see you." And then Dobbs says, "Oh, he's probably just here to find." He has like an elevated way of speaking, Dobbs, he's in pursuit of a not insignificant amount of illegal weed that I know that you stash under someplace over here. But the sheriff's standing right there.
Yeah.
So is Dobbs being a dick, or he just figures
it? Dobbs even says, he's like, I hope you don't mind me messing around with it. Not exactly the worst, but with my little Jimmy there telling you about his drug habit.
The sheriff
doesn't care.
Although the sheriff is like, I don't know that he thinks it's that harmless because I did bust him.
Probably smokes a couple.
I busted him a while back.
Yeah.
But we get the feeling now that Dobbs and the sheriff have a little bit of a relationship. They have a little bit of back and forth here. They know each other.
Yeah, everybody knows each other in the town.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the mortician's talking, like he says, "Oh, and he can put on makeup," and he's all offended. Makeup? I take a man's dreams and you dash him. No, that's a different movie. Come on, Charlie. We don't need him. We'll get our own makeup. He's like, I'm an artist. This is the death of memory. I don't know. He says all these weird things.
He's like, he has a really long, I'm going to use this. We always joke, you and I, Eric. This is my audition monologue for my next audition is I've replaced eyeballs with.
Oh, you can't laugh during the audition. Cut.
No, I can't. I've used the back of the scalp to replace the front of the scalp.
Oh, yeah? What else?
I've used wadded up newspaper to cover a hand where the other hand was gone.
He's almost like, huh? How about that, huh? How about that?
He's like, this woman here, this is nothing. Nothing to me.
Yeah, she died in her sleep.
Do you know what's obscene, Eric? Do you know what's obscene?
What?
A closed casket. That's what's obscene.
Oh, yeah, it's the death of memory. Yep.
That's the death of memory. You don't get to see your loved one before they go in the ground.
I need a shirt that says the death of memory.
It's a closed casket. That's great.
Which I prefer, to be honest. I don't need to see Marge done up or whatever it is. But he does a great job. But the cop, Dan, thinks that the person was killed outside of the car and taken in the car. He thinks that. He's like, wait a minute. This may have been a person placed in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's not enough, dude.
Betty calls. Betty calls. Because, they always cut back to Betty, and she's like, she's not that much, Eric, but she's a little like Edith Bunker, a little bit, like in that direction,
She's
but
got
younger.
something like that.
She's got like a, Dan, there's another
Edith,
body at the boatyard. Like,
she's Edith Bunker and the woman on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Right.
Or,
like a cross
like
there.
Oh, no. Oh, you better get down there. She's pointing with her finger like he can see it. You better get down there.
Yes.
She's a pointer.
We'll get into her typing later because that's...
Oh, she's a pro, everybody. So if you want to just learn about how she's a pro, Betty's a pro at typing.
Yes. So there's a dead body down at the boatyard. Yeah.
Yep.
But we're not going to the boatyard.
No, we're not.
We're going to the hotel. We're going to the town's only hotel. Where?
Well, yeah, the hotel.
Yeah, the hotel.
They're going to
this guy is the only guy in the movie. You know what happened? This guy got cast early when they were like, this is Maine, coastal Maine, and he did his audition. He did his audition with a Maine accent.
Yep.
And everything. But in the 2 to 3 months before they started filming, they cast everybody else and everything. And then they realized we don't need to have accents in this movie. But this guy for 2 months prepared a Maine accent.
Yeah, he was watching all the Petridge Farm commercials. Petridge Farm, remember us.
That's all I could think of. I'm like, this guy dialed in and then he showed up. He's like, why is nobody else?
Yeah, it's like, everybody thought we were doing the accent. What happened?
So, yeah.
Yeah. And Dan's asking him if any guests disappeared. And he's like, nah, I don't know. He goes, these murders, it just kills the tourist trade. Yeah.
And Dan says, I didn't know we had a tourist trade.
Oh,
so I think is this, this is an offbeat performance, I should say, and I kind of like it that it's here. This guy,
I do too.
Takes odd pauses and odd way inflections in what he's saying, and it kind of just makes you feel like something's off. And
and he doesn't look like you think if you're just listening to us going, he doesn't really look like that. He's just got receding hairline. He looks like he could be somebody's dad, some teenager's dad. Don't be out too late, hon.
Yeah. So Dan is basically trying to see maybe this guy that we found in this van, because let's stipulate here, the license plate was burned, so they don't know what state it came from. No. And the guy was so burned, he didn't have any identification on him, so they don't know who this guy is. And so Dan, with his criminology degree, is like, let's go to the hotel and figure out if the guy was staying at the hotel.
Funny thing, I do remember we got some fella here staying here, 1 or 2, I guess, and he's a photographer. So it might be a guy. Don't know his name. No. But you know what? Yeah. Here's a zinger. You're the sheriff. And the guy, Ben, is his name. He goes, you might want to ask your wife. She visited that photographer yesterday. In there for a long time. I heard a lot of clicking and moaning. No. I would have loved if he said that. I don't know what was going on, but the chandelier was shaking.
Yeah, because they've gone up to the guy's room. And first of all, I'm like, when a photographer goes on vacation, does he bring 50 books on photography? Because they're like,
yes.
They're like, this must be the guy. He's a photographer. And the sheriff is throwing book after book on the bed of photography.
It was before the iPhone, so he could.
That's true.
Google
you can't just pull stuff up.
Postal images,
right?
Yeah.
So the hotel clerk, says, "Ask your wife."
Yeah. What? And Dan kind of takes it like, all right, okay, I don't know.
And it was just me. The hotel guy looked suddenly like he was sorry he brought it up. Like, I shouldn't have brought that up.
Oh, geez. Probably should have mentioned she brought a friend with her.
I mean, I don't.
I was waiting for you to catch that. She brought some circus equipment and a small monkey.
But I don't know if I should be saying that.
I don't know if I should be telling you this,
but talk to your wife.
Talk to your wife. So they have a nice old house. I like this house. It's one of those houses that's slightly on a hill.
Yeah.
Right? But it's an old, I don't know, cottagey house.
Yeah. This is Sheriff Dan's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's coming home. His wife, this is 1981. I'm pretty sure this movie is filmed in and supposed to be in 81. And we come in and she has an apron on and a feather duster. And she dressed like she'd be in Leave It to Beaver, right? Like,
yeah.
And
she talks a little bit that way.
Yes.
Like, hi, honey.
This actress, Melody Anderson, which you pointed out, a little behind the scenes for the podcast stuff.
Yes.
We were looking into doing Flash Gordon as a movie.
Then
and Erik pointed out.
Yeah. I started watching it and then I went, no, we're not. No, we're not. But who's the star? Yes.
Yes.
Like, what? What are the chances?
Melody Anderson. And she's beautiful. Like she has like a timeless beauty to her. You think you're watching, cast this in black and white. Ooh, jumping in.
Oh.
Film this in black and white. And you're looking at a noir movie star. Like she just has a classically beautiful face.
Why do you stay with him? Why do you stay with him? Because I love him.
Yeah.
I love him, you big lug. Yeah, I like that. And Dan looks to me 40. I'm going to say maybe he's 38. I don't know. He looks 40. She looks like she's 22.
When their faces are in the same frame, you really see it, Erik.
I'm like, okay. No, good for each other. Good for, who cares about age, Art? Just you and me. Who cares?
This is a small coastal Maine town.
Right.
Erik. Who knows?
Everybody has a different age and a different accent.
So he asks her about it, and she doesn't seem thrown off or weird or defensive at all.
She's like, oh, yeah, I'm buying for equipment for the school.
Yeah, for photography for the kids. Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, can I get a hug, Danny? It's so weird. I don't get it. I didn't get what, like, how did these two meet?
Well, she wants a kiss
Can I get a kiss?
When he comes home, and he just gives her a little peck. Yeah.
Yeah, dummy. You idiot.
Yeah. And she gives a name, George Moynes. Moynes, right? Is the name
the photographer?
The photographer. Yeah. Photographer guy.
Yeah. And Dan goes to the principal to ask.
Well, he doesn't go there. He's just at the gas.
Oh, he's at the gas station. Right.
And this is the camera angles, Erik. I'm like, this movie does not have to go this hard on the shots.
But
because we're seeing, you know what I'm talking about? We're seeing a road coming into a gas station. We cut in.
Right, it's the gas.
And then all of a sudden, we see spray wash go on our screen. And then a service station thing comes across it. And we realize, oh, we're in a car looking out. The camera moves to the side as that car pulls up beside. And we're in Dan's car. And he starts talking to the car next to him. And I was like, for a 1981 video horror movie, that shot, I'm like, I'm glad they do stuff like that. There's a few more in this movie.
Look at you. All right. I'm like, so he talks to the principal and you're like, no, wait. We got 17
I just have to point that out there. No, it's one shot. That's what I was amazed at. But anyways, it's the principal pulls up next to him at the gas station. Yeah.
And he denies. He's like, I didn't purchase any equipment. And he was like, nah.
It's not a piss.
No, I didn't. I'm
the principal. I know
everything that's going on in this school. We don't even have photography yet. So I was like,
Yeah, so you're thinking, okay.
Yeah, what?
She's busted.
She's cheating on him is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
With the photographer up in the end there. Yeah.
But she's a good liar. Because she did not crack at all. Like you did not get on. Yeah.
She doesn't go do the eye, side eye, nothing.
No.
You believe her.
Yeah. Totally believe her. Now we're going to go hospital with our guy. Our guy is.
Oof.
I'm laughing, but it's just, he is in a full body cast. Our guy who was burned and is still alive. He is full body cast except one eye in his mouth.
And this is not like this.
He's just got teeth. and his eye. Yeah. So Dan's going to the hospital to see if he's ready. The guy, he can talk to the guy. And this is where we meet the doctor there.
Yeah, the doctor. Where is the hospital? Is it
I guess
town?
this little town needs a hospital, or is it a regional?
So it's in town. So
okay. I guess.
I just want to point that out for when we move ahead.
Yeah.
This is a hospital. The doctor works at the hospital in town.
I think that's what, I didn't notice anything different. I kind of know what you're talking about.
Maybe they went out of town is my guess. They don't specify.
Yeah.
But they decide to go and speak in the hallway about the guy.
And Dan's a little hot. Dan's coming in hot here. When they leave the room, they leave the room, and all of a sudden Dan's like, I gotta talk to him. Find out what's going on here. Yeah, and the doctor's like, calm down. Hey, calm down.
He can't even talk. He's got no lips.
You took
what are you going to say to? What are you going to say to him? Here's the conversation.
Eric, I laughed. I had to pause the movie because I laughed so hard because they have this conversation. He's like, "This is how the doctor delivers that." Eric, he goes, "Well, it's going to be hard for him to talk to you because he has no lips."
Yep, facts. But I still think he could have tried. He's got no lips.
He has no lips.
He's also got the one eye, so his depth perception is going to be off. So don't hand him a drink, and he can't drink it anyway because he's got. Just want to point out again, he's got no lips. I mean, there's a lot of things missing now. Actually, he has no.
Imagine Eric
if
he still had from the encounter, still had the raging, like it was casted.
We couldn't get the erection down,
but it's got the cast material around it.
So we had a cast around it. Try. Here it comes. Right? Try not to grab it by mistake because it kind of looks like a handle. So I made that mistake before.
It actually makes it easier for us to move him around on the bed.
You can almost lift him up.
But while the doc and Sheriff Dan are talking,
yes,
seated on the most shitty couches that I have ever seen.
Hospital.
They grabbed them from the. I'm sure they grabbed them from the dumpster outside the Goodwill to get on set. But in the background, there's a nurse coming down the hallway and going into Freddy's room, the guy who's burned, going in there. So that's what I love, Eric, is he has no lips. It's almost like they cut right after that. That's what made it so funny to me. But they cut into the room and the nurse comes in and it's Lisa from the beach in a nurse costume.
Yes. And she has a little, be awesome if she had like a little boom box with her and she started playing it. Pow, pow, down, pow, pow, pow. She's like, I'm here. Finally here.
Wow, Eric, you're so right. The soundtrack, the score should have went.
Yeah. She started buttoning her outfit. Like, oh my God.
Like, yeah.
But he's not happy to see her.
But she's very happy to see him, Eric.
Oh, God.
Hi, Freddie. Oh. Like, she's just really nice. Hi. I was so glad to hear you're feeling better.
I have something for you. A little something to help you. And he's just like this.
It is. And you see his eye. They close up on his eye. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And she has the world's longest needle.
Yeah.
It was like 6 inches.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's a great, great shot because she just takes the frickin' needle and like spearfishes his eyeball. Chunk!
Mm-hmm.
It is awesome. And I'm sure you know this, Art, because I watched it like 3 more times after that.
I'm sure you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy isn't there. It's a frickin' prop body by Stan Winston. And I was like, what?
And he rigged it to be able to wriggle and make human movements. It has a little movement to it.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. So when you're watching Dead and Buried, then go backwards a little bit and watch this again and really try to find this.
There's some more like that too. There's some more cool things. And then also they filmed it backwards. You know, they started with her but did you notice the eye closes and opens too when it's not just that she took the needle out when they did it backwards. They orchestrated some cool stuff here. So all of a sudden, what is with this alarm on his vital systems, Eric?
Well, it's like a hospital when you all of a sudden have no heartbeat. It's like whoop, whoop, woo, woo, woo.
But this is like an old factory, like a bell, like ding, 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 ding. Yeah, just like metallic.
The fire brigade is coming.
Yes, that's it. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah. And they don't notice her. She leaves so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But
calmly. So she walks calmly out of the room and leaves and walks down the hallway.
And here's what I'm thinking right now, which maybe you guys are thinking too, is this a cult? What's happening here?
Yes. Yeah.
What is going on?
Where are we going with this? Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, because Dan must know Lisa, not Lisa, whatever her name is for real. But it's just weird.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to go to the cemetery. Suddenly we're in the cemetery.
Yep.
Because we should say Dan and the doctor come in the room. They see, oh my God, the guy's got the needle sticking out of it.
So he's murdered. He's murdered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody's murdering people in this small town.
It's a little weird because like Sheriff Dan and Dobbs have matching raincoats. and Dan has a sheriff's badge outside of his. And it looks like Jack Albertson has the flower, his mortician's
Well, that's
flower
how you can tell them apart.
Yeah. And Dobbs has the little plastic covering on his hat in the rain because it's pouring rain. He has that little clear plastic covering.
Still a nice touch.
Yeah. It's
but he's
great.
upset because he's not able to work his magic. He's upset that they buried the guy.
This is like a weird noirish standoff here. It's like, you had me bury a closed casket, Dan. And then Dan's like, I'm sick of your shit. We've had 2 murders, see? In a town, he says, no bigger than a postage stamp.
Yeah, now listen to me and listen good. Something's going on here. I got hip. Yeah. We're going to get hip.
And it's this rickety headstone. How'd you like that headstone that they put up for George Moynes?
Wooden carved. I didn't
carved as being generous.
But it's like wooden, and they got his name on it, and I'm like, who?
It looks like balsa wood.
Yeah, but who foot the bill for it in the first place?
Well, that's it. Nobody. He's like itinerant, right. It says.
But wait, so we cut. You can see me pushing along the.
Yeah. Well, we got to go back to Dan's house. Dan's house, and
our lovely wife comes in the house. What is she? Mary Tyler Moore? What is she?
Or the 30s or 40s or something. She's got a cape.
Yeah, and a hat. She looks like a nanny. Like Mary Poppins, sort of.
Yes.
Oh, you couldn't believe. Yeah. Oh, she starts talking like that. You wouldn't believe the rain out there. It's coming down like cats and dogs. I don't know what to do.
And here's the excess that I will say, Eric. I've been praising some of the shots. This is where you're like, I don't know that you needed to do this. It's a shot that follows her all the way up the steps and then into the door frame, and she comes. This scene is all one shot, basically. This next scene that we're going to see, and I'm like, I don't know that you needed to do this. I don't know that you needed to do this. Yeah,
all I had was husband is suspicious.
Yeah, and she gives him
the murders, and she's like, oh yeah, the murders. Oh, that's ooh.
Yeah, that is a little weird, Eric. She kind of tosses off. Oh yeah, that's right.
But this is what I like: is if she is a suspect. She's not playing it like in every other movie where you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? She's I don't know. No, it's terrible.
You could see where she's gaslighting him pretty good because if she's the murderer, because I'm sure. Yeah. But she gives him a film canister. She has some undeveloped film that her student shot.
Yeah, it's Widow. It's like a little, tiny.
The little 8mm, remember? You used to have the little 8mm
and she said, canister. Was it 16mm?
Oh, maybe it is 16.
It's tiny.
That looks like an 8mm can.
To the PTA meeting, and she's like, I'd make you dinner, but, you could probably, I don't have the lines. You could heat something up, or I could, but I don't know. Just weird dialogue here.
When you mentioned cult earlier, Eric, and we mentioned her earlier with the dusting, I started to get a little Stepford Wives vibe here, like the way she's talking about making dinner and doing all this, and the way she says things like that. So I don't know. I thought that might be where this is going.
Couple.
Yeah,
they don't seem like a couple. Yeah,
yes,
but she specifically. We want to make sure in case that it's her class. It's a class project. And can he drop it off? And then this town, man, stay away from this town, everybody. Because we got 2.5 murders already, right? Because the other guy, they had to kill him twice. So we'll count it as 2.5. And that was a family of 3 in a car. And they cast these people. I don't know where they got these 3 people from, but they're like, why don't you do it like it's a play? They're not.
So
good.
yes, in front of the diner, pulls up a car. It's a dad, a mom, and a kid
who looks 9 to 11 and acts like they're 5 years old. They treat him like he's 5. He's not, though. Mommy and daddy.
I think they're lost. And the woman says, when you go in the diner to ask for directions, also remember, we got to get gas. We got to get gas.
We have to.
So they have to put that out because that's going to be really important.
Yeah. And
he goes in and he gets a little of the classic Erik, like we have the pub where everybody stops and turns and then goes back.
And it's very gray in here. It's very gray. It looks, it's worn down in there. It really looks worn down. And what's her name? Is it Midge?
Midge, the waitress. Yeah.
Yeah. And she says, hey, Freddie, you want to make sure they get some gas. And then this guy who's dressed like Back to the Future when they went back to 1950, right? Gas attendant. He's got the hat. How can I help you, ma'am?
Yes.
But it's freaking Freddie.
From the beach. The guy we just saw get the syringe in the eyeball.
But
who was burned to a crisp.
Yeah.
But he's not burned to a crisp.
No, he has his lips back.
Yes.
That'd be awesome if he didn't, though. You know what I mean? If he was like, hey, how can I help you guys?
I'll get that gas.
You want to get some gasoline? I can get you a milkshake. I'm sorry, what?
Turns around, he's still got the syringe out of his eye.
Well,
he's got no lips.
I can't see all of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he looks normal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not. Yeah. It's just, what is happening? Right?
Yeah. And
is the town filled with murderers?
So then we cut, and I guess Freddie has already gotten them the gas because we kind of cut ahead. And they're driving. And it's so foggy out through their window. It is so foggy. And the wife says to the husband, honey, do you want some gum? And she's trying to hand him gum.
But they get something goes in front of their car. It looks like a ghost, like a sheet ghost.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
I rewound to see if you can. I don't think it's hard. You can't make out what it is.
No, it's a ghost
that goes in front of the car.
They hit Casper,
but they smash into a light pole.
Yep.
And a kid in the back really bangs his head.
Oh no! Mm-hmm. And he acts like he's an infant.
But suddenly, there's a house in the fog a little bit ahead, and the wife sees a light flash on and then off.
So that's
and then we're gonna listen to them arguing about this light.
My God!
I saw a light, and the husband's like, "I don't know if you saw a light. I saw a light.
I saw it. Somebody did. We have to see if they have Band-Aids or something."
Yeah.
And continue arguing. They go into this house, which clearly is unlived in. But the wife just won't let go of it.
Yes.
There's cobwebs. There's no electricity. She's like, but it doesn't matter. There's a light. Maybe what does she say? Maybe they're upstairs.
And Erik, it's weird. And what I was frustrated with in this moment, because I don't want, there's a great element here of the house is pretty cool for a horror movie. And then you start to see things like they'll open a door and look in a room, and just before they close the door, you see another door open just before the door closes in the room. Or you start to see some shadows in the background of windows.
Yeah, that there's a person like on the porch at the window. Yes,
right.
It's very haunted house. But my thought is, do they keep looking?
Not only that, Erik, they keep talking. The whole thing is clearly the couple 80 yard later, and they're just because their mouths do not match what they're saying at all. And they're like, honey, I think you should do that. Maybe somebody's home. I don't think they're home. They're home. Oh,
they're home.
I've got it. The wife goes, I've got it. She goes, the lights are off and they're downstairs fixing the fuse. That's what she says.
They all went downstairs as a family.
So the husband leaves.
Down there.
He goes down to the basement, lighting matches on the way down.
The piano is basically been shat on by 1,000 spiders. You could just, you're like, what? Why would they ever?
We should say piano jump scare. We got a piano jump scare.
Yeah, there's a few of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just leave. Just leave.
He goes downstairs. And so she's up there with the kid and she's still talking. But I love this because in the background, you see one of those shadows in the window, but he doesn't have anything to do. So the shadow just stands there with his arm up on the window.
Leaning. He's trying to listen to her bullshit. He's like, wow, this kid's got his life cut out for him. Oh,
he's just leaning because I'm like, what are they waiting for here? Are they waiting?
They're waiting for the dad to come up. The dad.
That's true, yeah.
Well, he's down there with matches. Why would he go all the way down the stairs, Art? If the people are down there with a breaker and he's got matches and he lights a couple of them, wouldn't he just stop and be like, nobody's down here. Go back upstairs. Right. Oh, my God.
And so she goes to the ice box that looks like it is from 1920, right? The Iceman cometh. So it's got that thing on the top, the little spiral thing, right? I'm like, you're in a strange house. And you're like, let's open up their fridge. There's nothing in there, so we can get husband jump scare.
Yep.
So
thanks. Hey, relax.
And like I said, Eric, this scene for me is right on the edge. I'm like, there are good elements here, but it's not coming together. And they're punching in these jump scares and things.
It would be scarier if they didn't say anything. That they were just like, I don't know, maybe. But it was just that dialogue. It's just awful. But then guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Our photographer murderers.
Well, the guy outside that was waiting crashes through the window.
Breaks through the window, which is dangerous, yo. That guy's got to go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When everybody crashes through a window, I'm like, are you an idiot?
No,
you just lacerated your forearm right there.
Yeah. Well, the cameras start going off.
Mm-hmm.
And they say again, welcome to Potter's Bluff.
See, I just think they just don't want tourism. Like Salem's a big tourist town, as you know. They're the opposite. They're like, if you come here, we're going to effing kill you. That should be the billboard. Life is different here. We'll effing kill you if you come here.
But they're not going to die here. They get up. They run upstairs. They lock the door. And
more
they get
dialogue.
out.
Come on, let's go. It'll be all right. No, you can do it. Go through. Go ahead. I'll wait here.
They climb down the trellis. Always like a good trellis there. Yeah.
Yep. So many lights. Like all of these, the murderers have all this lighting equipment.
Yeah, to light their photo shoot, Eric.
Yeah.
Because we see that the one person who has the camera always has this set of 4 lights. It's on like a stand that looks like it's attached to the camera maybe, or they hold it up. But that's serving a dual purpose here because it's allowing cool lighting to happen and be explained here. Because they're running back to their car and the group of townspeople are coming, but they're lit from behind with that thing, with all these lights. So I'm like, oh, clever you. You found a way to make this lighting motivated. Yes.
Yep. It's not 5 people. It's over a dozen people. It's like
easily
more than that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And they're walking down the road towards the car, and car, of course, is having trouble starting, back and forth.
Yep.
But they do get the car started.
Mm-hmm.
They do get it started, and they drive through the group. But there's somebody on the hood.
No, somebody's in the back seat, Art. It's a jump
that's
scare.
right. That's right.
It's a woman in the back seat, and they get the kid. They're trying to grab the kid, and they grab her head and basically pull her scalp off. You're like, what? I mean, her scalp just pulls off. And then she gets out of the car. And then when they're driving, she's on the windshield like, smashing the windshield. You know, Art, when you smash windshields, I don't know how many of you smashed with your fists before, but you know how they break so easy? I do that all the time. Every time I hit my windshield, smashes.
Like, darn it. I did it
Why
again. Do I do that?
You know, it's the bird poop on there. I'm like, get off, you bird. I broke my.
And then we're going to cut to in town. Dan's riding around.
Yeah.
In town with his lights on his sheriff's car. It was very weird.
Well, you got to get around.
I guess they want us to know that it's Dan.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden he sees that car we just saw with the family tear by an intersection.
And
it just
He's a police officer, and he lets them go by.
But doesn't he kind of go to follow them, right?
Does he?
Yeah, and then somebody comes out in front of his car.
Yeah.
A person, and he hits him.
He does. Right?
Dan goes out, and he looks, and the guy's on the ground, and an arm. The guy's arm is embedded in Dan's grill of his car.
Yes, moving. It is not, when you think, let's think, Halloween 3. This looks like someone's severed arm moving. And you know how they did it. We both know how they did it, don't we? It is somebody inside the grill of the car with a prosthetic part, and it looks fantastic. But the guy's arm stuck to the grill.
Yeah.
But the guy runs off.
Whoa. Not just runs off, Eric. Whacks Dan and then grabs the arm.
Oh, wow.
The guy who runs off grabs the arm off the grill. So
yes, of course he has to grab it because otherwise evidence.
He takes off with his own arm, runs away with his own arm.
I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. But he takes off and Dan gives chase. He's a little bit behind. And this is a weird one here. I'm going to talk to you about this next scene later, but let's just go over it really quickly because nothing happens.
It doesn't. It's a lot of nothing. Builds up.
Dan goes chases, he thinks this guy into an old house or barn or something. And he goes there and it all adds up to just a bird jump scare.
Yeah, it's fog, suspense.
Yeah, bird jump scare. And a matter of fact, clearly, when I watched this movie the first time, Eric, for this podcast, I'm watching this scene and Dan's all framed up and he's in front of this thing and it goes on forever. And all I could think of is behind that wall, they're getting, the signal is like, send that bird, send the bird, send the bird. And it's not sending. And he's holding and waiting and then finally the bird comes out. I was just...
Wait for the bird.
Yes.
Worth it, though. Worth it.
And then Dan just walks out. Now, here's what I was thinking, Eric, later. I'm going to say this now and you'll know what I'm talking about. I think this should be a different house that we're going to see later in this movie. I think that Dan should see something here that layers in what we're going to see later, but he doesn't understand it. Does that make sense to you?
Nope.
What I'm saying here? Okay.
Not at all.
It will later.
All
okay.
Right, fine.
All right.
But he's got to go home now because he's scared of the severed arm guy. He's got to go home to get more ammunition because you wouldn't keep it in the sheriff's car, would you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you, though?
No. Or at the sheriff's office. They don't have any of that at the sheriff's office.
But he goes home and he's asking his wife, he's like, honey, you know what my shells are? And she goes, shells? Were you at the beach?
And she's polishing the silver?
Yeah. It's like,
she's polishing
like,
silver.
No, not shell. No, bullets. Bullets, honey. She's just, when you think about her dialogue, it is so odd.
Yeah. And he's just angry and he loses it very quickly. But he's looking... He's like on his knee next to the bed and looking in like, it might be her dresser because under her underwear, he finds a book.
And everybody, I did not clock the underwear, so because nobody was wearing it. So you're not getting any underwear descriptions from me.
No. But there's an older book underneath there.
Yeah.
Do you know the title?
Voodooism.
Voodooism.
Yeah. There we go. Voodooism.
Witchcraft and voodooism.
Voodooisms. And you know how when you find a book art, you read aloud.
I do all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
at the library, I like to do that. I like to open it up when you're just checking out a book.
You start with, let's see. Says here.
Yeah, he says, it's circled. There's like a red section circled. And it says, folklore says they can only be made from people dying a violent death.
Ooh, they can only be made. What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
What are they talking about, Eric?
I don't know, but he finds the world's sexiest sacrificial dagger. I thought it was a sex toy at first, but I'm like, oh, no, it's a little dagger. It's got a little devil on it.
So Janet's a little freaky here. Like he's finding this This doesn't match up with what we've seen of Janet so far, have we, Erik?
No.
Voodoo, witchcraft, ceremonial dagger. That's not lining up with what I've seen.
PTA.
That's not the Janet I know, Erik.
Art, you don't bring sacrificial daggers to the PTA meeting?
No.
You don't? Oh.
I know,
No?
So he goes downstairs. Janet! Yeah, it's like, I feel like we're on the Flintstones or something, or the Jetsons, right?
But he confronts her about it, and she's like, "No, I'm just going to lecture my students, my grade students. We're not talking high school here. My 5th grade students on witchcraft."
She has a little bit of a point, though. I will say,
what is it?
Well, her point is kids, you gotta they lose interest. They gotta keep their attention, and something like this will keep their attention. And I'm kind of fair point, Janet. Yeah.
Yeah, they love creepy things. And he's like,
I would have liked that. You would have liked that if your teacher was
I guess I would, yeah. I mean, depending on how you talk about it. But then she gets a little snarky. She's like, by the way, I found your bullets. Like, wow, what happened? Why is she so mad?
Not only that, she's got him on, did you drop off that film that I... Yeah. He came in hot, and she had that loaded, Erik. She had that locked and loaded.
She had her own ammunition, right?
She did. Here's my shell. Boom.
Yep.
Right?
I guess you don't care enough about me or the kids.
Right.
But he does. The next day, he does.
She gives him an icy stare, I will tell you, too.
Yeah, she keeps shining that stuff, the silverware.
So he goes down to Ernie's drugstore.
Ernie.
Drop off the... Ernie. Bernie?
Yep.
Is it
No,
Bernie?
Ernie, yeah.
Ernie, yeah.
I think
he goes down there and
but he's like, only I can pick it up.
Yeah, Dan's very why? Can I ask you why do you think he does that in that moment? What's the
I'll tell you at the end of the movie.
Okay, at the end of the movie. Okay.
I'll tell you why at the end of the movie.
Okay, gotcha. But he drops it off. He's very clear. Only I can pick
only
this
he
up.
can do it.
Yeah, and then he has a little phone call with Dobbs, and Dobbs is like, hey, do you think the county can get the county to pay me to reconstruct the guy's face?
He really wants to do it.
Yeah, he's really into that.
Shoot. That would have been great. I could put lips on him.
And Dobbs also says something interesting. He goes, it's just weird. He goes, I was thinking about what you said about the body being moved from someplace else to that car. And I think you might be right. I think you might be right about that.
And is this where he's like, keep on detecting or whatever? That.
Well, because Dan's like, well, why do you think that would be? And Bob's fair enough is like, you're the police officer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
And he's like, bye, howdy ho, bibbidi boo. I mean, it's just weird. It's a weird conversation.
But boom, next phone call, Erik, is Robert Englund,
Freddy Krueger,
our guy, our tow truck guy, and he's at the beach, and they are pulling the car we saw the family in out of the water. It's completely submerged in the water.
And they were like, how do we make sure people know we're pulling it out of the water? Well, you know what? Get the set design guy to cover it with unnecessary seaweed, like it was in a grotto. It is covered. It is ridiculous.
Yeah,
how much and it is hardy seaweed.
And to make sure we know it was that family's car, because it was 5 minutes ago when we saw them.
Right.
Robert Englund's like, there was nobody in it. Just a kid's toy plane, and we know that kid had a toy plane. And Robert Englund putting a little mustard on Erik. He's twirling the propeller on the plane.
And he's like, and also a pack of gum. He starts taking the gum out. A little salty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he calls because he gave the doctor. He gave the doctor that we met earlier. Dan gave him the skin. He scraped the skin off the grill, Dan, where that hand was, and he gave it to the doctor to run some tests on.
Yeah,
so the doc's going to do that.
This is
lots going on at the police. A lot's going on here, Erik. There's a lot being
town.
Because
technically, we got 5.5 murders.
Mm-hmm.
In what, 4 days?
Now, fairness, I don't think yet Dan knows what happened to this family in the car. They just pulled the car.
We know they're probably
We
dead.
know.
So
yes,
just a lot of death.
Our hotel clerk comes in.
Oh, yeah?
Comes storming in.
Oh, yeah.
He's a little upset, Erik. And he's like, you gotta go over to the service station. The photographer guy's over there. There. Right.
He's like, he's over there. Like, we don't know.
Pumping gas.
He's not taking pictures for sure. He's pumping gas. Must have changed careers. I don't know, but you better get down there.
Yeah, he's kind of urgent about it. He's like, and he's kind of freaked out, actually.
He is
and he's like,
freaked out, which we can hold in our pocket because we're going to. You guys have to stick around after we're done talking about it. I know you don't want to care about our reviews.
And Dan's like, I don't know. I don't know what the guy looks like. And he goes, ask your wife. Ask your wife.
Ask your wife. She probably knows what he looks like from the waist down for sure.
Oh my God. But yes, so that's weird. So he goes to the school and we get to see his wife teaching on witchcraft.
She's talking about voodoo and she's talking about the this is what I don't know why. What do they want from us here, Art? Because she is basically explaining to us something that we think is supposed to be happening based on what we saw.
Yes.
In the movie.
Yes.
So she's explaining the Walking Dead and they closely imitate the living, but they're at the will of their master.
Yes. In Peru, she says, in Peru,
where the
Walking Dead would murder people and bring them back to their master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're in control of the what?
And the way he would the master keeps control is keeping their heart in a hidden place, in a box in a hidden place.
Yes.
That's what she says. But she's telling all this to the kids as if you're narrating a little kid's story to like 5-year-olds, Erik.
I know every kid is like apparently just, what do you call that? Their growth has been truncated. No, what is it called?
Because she's simple. Like, and the zombies, they don't walk like this. They walk normally.
But
and then, spooky. And then
she practically gives a kid a heart attack. She's like, Marr!
Now, hold on one second. Do we see, I wrote this in my notes, but do we see one of the kids there is the kid from the car, right?
She's talking to all of the kids and then she goes, right, or something. And she looks and there's the kid. Yep. Our little
from the car.
Without his plane, though. Doesn't have his plane.
So he's already registered at school here.
He is. He's registered at school. All the kids have no problem. Like, who's the new kid with the red hair and the missing plane? Nope. Yes. And it seems like she wants to lay out the entire thing for us. And does that mean that we think that she's doing this? And what is she doing? We still don't know. Because we don't live in Peru. We don't live in Peru.
So,
but it's Jamie's the kid, and it's the same kid.
Yeah. So he brings Janet. He takes Janet, and he says, "Hey, let's go." And he brings her to the gas station, and Freddie's servicing their car at the gas station. And she, once again, we give credit to this actress here and the performance. She doesn't seem like anything is weird. Like it's not. She's not. There's no or anything. She's just talking to Dan. And Dan isn't telling her why he's there. No. He's just sort of watching her reaction. And she's not. Yep.
And he also says, hi, Freddie, to him. Dan says, hi, Freddie.
I caught that. I think he has Freddie on his little service station uniform. I think it says Freddie on there. Because I thought the same thing as you. I'm like, how does he call him Freddie? I think. But I still... I don't know. Sometimes my grandfather would always call people in retail or whatever by whatever was on their tag. He would always say that.
You could be correct in that.
But that's
also we'll point out that Janet, he still asked her about the photography equipment. She's like, no, it was a surprise. That's why he doesn't know it's a surprise gift. And he's like, oh, okay, honey. Yeah. As long as we can still sleep with each other, I'll believe anything you say. So I guess he knows Freddie then from the the name tag. Then we got a female, a hitchhiker all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're cutting to a road, and there's a young woman standing there, hitchhiker.
With the best nose ever.
Money can buy.
Oh my God. I think it's natural. I knew it. I had a girlfriend.
It's a great
nose.
nose.
Like that.
It is a great nose.
Turned up a little bit.
Yeah. And she, the ricketiest old pickup truck pulls up. The back window is smashed out of it.
Yep.
And we hear the person. Right? We don't see the person in it, but we hear them. And right away, did you clock it as the guy, the boat guy? I think it's the boat guy.
Only after a little bit, because he sounds kind of normal, but then after a while, I was like, oh,
sounds kind of normal. Hard disagree. He's like, hey. He's like,
no,
hey, young lady. Hey, young lady. Hey, want to pick up you mind if a strange fella picks you up on the side? I'm like, why would this young woman get in this car?
Well, because she's a little weird too, because she says, they call me Chase. I'm like, who calls you Chase? And why do you say to people you never met before, hey, they call me Chase? CC for short.
But she gets in. She gets in.
Yep. Yeah. And guess who it is, Art?
Mm-hmm.
It's the frickin' dead fisherman.
The boat
who knows
guy.
a lot about boats.
And he starts talking about boats again.
I know about boats.
Yeah,
boats
she's like, do you live on a boat or do you?
Yeah. But he brings her to the boatyard.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he's got to get something out of the glove box, he says. I got to get something out of the glove box.
So gross. Because he's like, let me just reach over there and got to get something. Like, but it's a camera.
And smile. Boom.
And there they are. There's our friends.
They pull her out. It's the whole crew is there, and they pull her down.
Other people now, right? There's the guy from the what's his name from Northern Exposure. There, he's there, I think.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Is Robert Englund there too? I can't remember. I'm not sure.
He is.
But I think Lisa from the beach, I think, is there. She always seems to be there. She's always there.
This time she's
always got a different outfit on, and like
she's dressed as a sexy witch now.
Yeah, she's got a lot of outfits.
Sexy firefighter.
She looks great in all of them too. But
it'd be awesome if she went for like Halloween costumes, like after that completely naughty Dorothy. Smile.
Smile, and she's in the mud. And this one, they're not torturing her. The guy picks up a big rock, huge rock, and it just comes down on the screen. And the Foley work was like celery, like crack. Like somebody took 2 stalks of celery. It's
and we go right to the funeral home. This is if there's any reason to watch Dead and Buried, which there are plenty, in my opinion, is this scene, this next scene. And if you ever thought, is Stan Winston really good at his job? Then this answers your question, this next scene. Because Dobbs is going to restore the dead hitchhiker, which he got right away.
Yes.
Right away.
There's a weird shot interstitial there where like Sheriff Dan is finding her in the middle of the road, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be like she was maybe run over.
And the first thing you do is you bring her over to the mortician.
Yes.
Not the police or the hospital.
Right.
But you can see her face, which looks great, everybody. It looks...
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't like it when the effects don't look good, but half her face is smashed, but it looks like that actor with half her face smashed. It really looks great. And then he starts restoring her face. And he's a mortician.
It's like a time lapse.
But
so it's like
everything off of her face first. He starts with like the muscles, and it's a great shot of this. Like he cleaned everything off and started from scratch. Awesome effects, awesome special effects. He's building on. He's using putty to construct her. And remember that gorgeous nose that I was talking about? This person looks like they came out of Whoville. That's the kind of face they have, like a Whoville cute nose. And just this great sequence of him doing it, and then he's moving the lips. He's pulling the lips. She's got one eye missing on the left. He's lifting her eyelid up with a tool.
And it's an empty socket.
Yes.
When they first lift it up, it's an empty socket in the eye.
Yeah, and then he puts the eyeball in there.
Yeah, they add a little, like a little squelch in there. I know, but we should say these are all Stan Winston's actual hands doing all this work.
Yeah, and
in
it's
the
amazing.
Film. Yeah,
it is amazing. And he's finished with her, but he's like, ta-da! He's like, perfect, another masterpiece. More beautiful. He's always talking to himself, more beautiful than ever before. And I think he leans over, and then the camera goes up with him or something, and then he leaves, and there's the body with the eyes closed. What? Who? What? Because
somebody else comes in the room. He leaves. He turns off all the lights.
Yes.
And so we just have the light on her in the foreground.
Yeah.
She's lying there.
Yep.
So we're seeing her face. And then somebody else comes in.
Dressed.
It's not him.
Typically, like you would think a female person would be dressed. It's like a furish kind of a coat with gloves.
Well, when we think about how Janet has been dressed in the movie. So I'm thinking, when I'm seeing this, I'm like, is that Janet?
Oh. And then she touches the forehead of the person a little bit. Right?
Caresses the face a little bit around, like goes around the face with the gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, holy shit, the woman sits up, but doesn't have any reaction. Not zombie sits up, not like who, what, why, where. They just sit up like, oh.
Is that what zombies usually do, Eric?
Zombies sit up.
Because I watched a lot of Walking Dead. Is that what they always did?
Yeah. They sit up and they go, what, why? What's going on?
What? Where? What?
No, I mean, like zombie would sit up like,
right. Yeah.
And then a person would sit up like, what's going on? Because they were dead.
Mm-hmm.
But this person just sits up, and I thought it was really cool. But who is that? It's got to be Janet, right?
Even my first watch, that's what I thought.
Janet is this mastermind with her little sexy dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Why does she need the dagger if they're smashing faces with rock?
Yeah. But we should say the great part is here. The girl opens her eyes. The girl that we just saw. Yeah. And looks at us. It's almost like a fourth wall break, actually.
Yes. And if you're going behind the scenes, which we did, is you do not at any point think that this is a prop. And the cut that they do, apparently when Hobbs goes down to look at her with his hand, and then he gets up. While he's up, the woman is switched out, apparently.
They slid the dummy that they had, the prop, down, and then slid her up.
Yes.
17 takes. 17 takes to do this.
But you, at no point...
Let me tell you how good it is, Eric.
It's so good.
Is that when Dobbs is standing up looking down at her, when they're doing the switch. Next time you watch it, you probably watched this. In his glasses, you see the reflection of the girl's face below him. I know they're moving it, and I was like, that doesn't move.
Yes.
The reflection, so whatever they did.
No, it is such a great Grinchy trick.
I thought I was going to catch it by watching the reflection in his glasses, but I don't. Yeah, they were too smart for me.
No.
Yes. It's good stuff. That's
amazing.
Good. But also, Eric, we're like, okay, what is at this point in the movie, you're like, what's happening? Clearly Dobbs is somehow in on it, but he left her there. I'm not sure.
And Dobbs is also really, really, really good, apparently, at this job. Because I was like, if she's dead now and she has a face full of putty, how is she able to move around and blink? I would think it'd be like, you couldn't move. Like, I've had prosthetic noses before, and as soon as you start moving, it breaks.
Yeah.
So, but
the eye looks real. The eye looks
sure does.
Perfectly real. Yeah.
Stan Winston, you genius. But the doctor calls. Remember the doctor?
Yeah, the doctor says the DNA from the flesh from the grill that you, because the thing is, the sheriff hasn't told anybody that he hit this person. He said he's investigating hit and run.
Yep.
And he says, the hit and run you're investigating, that flesh you gave me is been dead 3-4 months. What? But the same doctor now, you have to look at stuff under a microscope all the time. Yeah. He goes back to double check because Dan is like, that can't be true.
Yeah.
It cannot be true. Doctor goes back to the microscope, lot of fiddling around with this. This is, this is taking a while here. He's looking at the microscope.
Because I swear, Art, he's in another town. This hospital cannot be in this town.
That lab is enormous.
Yeah,
with so much equipment in it.
No, because Dan.
It's like a research laboratory at a university.
Yeah. Dan would have been like, okay, hold on, I'll be right there. And then 5 minutes later, he's there. But no. So he's looking.
And he looks under the microscope. And you and I's favorite, he has to say something because he goes, can't be.
No. He looks right at the camera. Huh? But then now you're starting to see who they are. But here's our freaking mob.
Well,
and they all drive here in one car.
My favorite, Erik, is after he says that, he urgently grabs the phone, but you got to do the rotary back there.
Yep. Takes a long time. But you got the people that now attack him we got the fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the waitress with the hair there. You got the
Lisa,
but she's not dressed as a nurse. She's dressed as Catwoman. And
is she dressed as a nurse here? I think she's dressed as a nurse here, right? Because she comes back as the nurse. So this was where, okay, this is one of the questions I have for you, Erik. The nurse costume is for when she kills at the hospital, right? That's the special
She's got to, dress appropriately. Yeah.
Right. That's the theme.
That's probably how she got all of them there. She's like, no, these people are with me. I'm a nurse, right?
Or does she work at the hospital? Is that her actual job?
Maybe she does.
I don't know. I was confused.
I think
they're all attacking him. And this was a scene the producers had them add, actually.
Yeah,
later.
Which is unfortunate because the other effects are so good that when you get this one, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
it looks.
So they pin him down. And I love how earlier we had him delivering it can't be. Lisa, the nurse, picks up 2 tubes and starts coming for him. And he goes, no, that's acid. That's acid.
Crazy. You get your
That's
ADR
acid.
there.
And I'm like, oh, so now the audience has to know what's going on.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know what's in that tube. You know how you're a doctor in a regular hospital and you just have a thing with 2 tubes filled with acid?
Yeah.
Is that for like when you have rectal dysfunction? What is that for?
Oh my God.
But you must be laughing at the ADR in this because stop. What are you doing? Oh, gee, oh, go. And they put the tubes in his nose, but Stan Winston didn't do this. So it's really compared to maybe in another movie.
The other ones, yeah. And this looks rushed. Like I said, they added this. Good. The producers wanted a little more gore here, so they added this.
He just gets his face bubbled up with acid. And I think he goes, when he's done. In case we didn't know he was dead. I can picture him in the studio, Art, this actor. I'm like, okay, you're dying. So do some dying noises. No, a little more like you got like acid in your nose. Okay. All right, keep going. Now you're dead. Great. I think we got that in one take. Good job, buddy. I mean, it's not.
See you at the premiere. Yeah. You're going to love it. So we're at the sheriff's office and Dobbs comes by to see Dan and he's got a confession he needs to tell him.
He's very upset.
Somebody stole the waif's. He said the waif's body.
The waif.
His
dialogue, man. That who from Whoville's gone and I've never lost the body.
So Dan's like, oh, Jesus. Well, let's go over there. Oh, no. You can't have him getting out that a mortician let a body disappear. I'd lose my reputation.
Maybe Jimmy put it in a cabinet.
Dan's kind of like,
I don't think that's how it works. Oh, you lost a body? You're out. Sorry.
But Dobbs has another confession. Yeah. Janet, right?
Janet likes to visit men.
Janet has been visiting Dobbs.
Yeah. Yeah, with her little voodoo knife.
Yeah.
He's like, can I have a confession? She's visited me. I want to point out, Dan, several times.
Yeah.
I'm an older man, but I still got some kick. She brought her little dagger in her voodoo book. Illustrations, Dan. Those illustrations, boy. Oh.
So
is it Janet?
Well, Dobbs says, she wanted to know if I knew about the black arts. And he's like, just because I'm a mortician? Just because I'm work with dead bodies, she wants to know if I'm... He's kind of acting offended.
He's very offended. Just because I have a pentagram on the floor doesn't mean anything.
Just because I like to play with dead bodies and caress them. And yeah, it's like, okay, so we're thinking, okay, yeah, Janet has something to do with all this. Yeah.
All avenues lead to Janet right now. But we get a phone call from our favorite person, Betty.
Betty's late. But there's a telex from St. Louis there.
A telex. What is a telex, Art?
I think it's almost like a telegram.
Right?
They were still doing this in 81, I guess.
Telefax.
Yeah. Because remember, before the internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she tells
and it's from St. Louis, and they say identification on George Moynes almost 100%. Request body be transported.
Yep.
And he's buried St. Louis.
He's buried in that beautiful headstone.
With that headstone. Yeah.
So Dan is like, well, he's with the gravedigger.
Yes.
They want to dig up the grave, and he doesn't want to wait for Dobbs. But the gravedigger's like, you gotta wait for Dobbs.
But Dan goes in to look for Dobbs, and Jimmy's in there. But when the camera shows Jimmy, it looks like he's painting something on his arm.
Yeah.
Jimmy's painting something on his own arm, and Dan comes in, and Jimmy sort of quickly puts it down.
Yep.
And is like, oh, I don't know where Dobbs is. I don't know where he is. And Dan goes over and picks up the jar. Yeah. And what's on there?
It's flesh-colored paint. Not flesh. I shouldn't say flesh-colored because, it's Jimmy's flesh-colored paint.
The brand, Erik, or at least it says mortician's makeup, lifelike, pale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not there.
Yeah, it's weird.
So that's when he goes out. I'm sorry, I jumped a little there. I think because, he goes. Is this when he goes out to the graveyard? You were saying he goes to the graveyard?
It cuts back and forth, but basically,
yeah.
I don't know how Dan gets so quickly back and forth from the funeral home. It must be right there, right?
Yes.
It must be right there.
It's like Phantasm. It's like the
going back to the funeral home while the grave guy, the graveyard guy is playing with weeds. I don't know why he's so intent on looking at one of these weeds like it has anything to do with the movie.
What? He grabs like a dandelion like thing and he's playing with it and pulls it out. What the heck was that?
I have no idea what that was about. But he goes to the funeral parlor this time and he doesn't find Dobbs and Dan leaves again. But Dobbs is resting in one of those body drawers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Was he hiding from Dan? Was that
know.
it? Was he hiding from Dan?
Why would he be hiding from Dan though?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So meanwhile, Dan goes back out. Like you said, he's going in and out of the mortuary, and then he's going to the gravedigger. And the gravedigger, quick job, because suddenly the gravedigger has the whole coffin dug up, and he's set up a like one of those sort of like do-it-yourself cranes. Like it looks like it's from the 1500s. He's pulling the
little winch.
Yes, he's pulling the coffin up.
Yeah, and Dan's like, you know what? It's not heavy enough to have a corpse in it.
No. Yeah.
So they pry it open, and I love when they pry open coffins in every single movie, Art, because it's just so easy. It's like every time they open it up, it's like a Christmas Story where he opens up the crate like it's balsa wood.
Yes. And Dan takes a pitchfork and just whacks the top off.
But the inside, of course, it's not a body. It's it looks like a
wrapped up.
It
looks like several shirts wrapped up and bundled up and tied. It's just sitting in the center of the coffin.
Yeah.
And this is weird. You're like, what? What's that?
Well, Art, if you're paying attention, I knew what it was because
Did you know?
Janet told us.
No, but okay, so you remembered that. I didn't remember that.
It's got to be a heart.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, so
it is an awesome, realistic looking heart.
Yes.
And in case you guys are wondering, no, it's not beating. It's just a heart.
It looks like it. I thought it had movement to it, but I think that's just because he's holding it.
Looking hard. It didn't.
Okay.
It was not.
Because I was going to ask you, because that adds a whole other element to it.
It would. Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. So now it's a heart in this bag.
Yeah.
So a lot's going to happen here very quickly. I'm going to run down it really quickly, Eric.
Oh, all right.
So
you are just so buried.
No,
in your
I'm going to get through it because there's a lot here.
You're like,
no.
I'm going to get out every
Dan, okay, here we go. Dan goes to the gas station and snaps a Polaroid picture of Freddie at the gas station.
Yeah.
He gets Betty to send a telex to Rhode Island asking about Dobbs, because Dobbs used to live in Rhode Island. Then he sends a picture of Freddie, the Polaroid, to St. Louis to ask if that's the photographer. Then he goes to the pharmacist and picks up the film that he was supposed to pick up. But when he picks it up, we see the pharmacist's hand has, like, it's decayed or has veins running through it or something, like dark veins.
It's cracked.
Cracked, yes, under the counter.
Yeah, it's like his hand cracked open.
And then he makes a fist. The pharmacist goes,
yeah. Because he's probably like, shit.
And then he's coming out of the pharmacy and he runs into somebody.
Yes. He runs into the doctor
who we just saw get acid up his nose.
Just saw.
Yes.
So it was not a long time ago.
No.
So whoever did this guy up, which I imagine is Dobbs, is like super fast. Like the opposite of a 3D printer. He is super fast at making this guy up. But
so the doctor isn't dead, and Dan is asking him about reanimation. What do you know? Can a body come back to life? Can it walk around? And
Art, I think you've been working too hard. That's what I would say to you.
That's true. So it goes back to the station, Eric. Telex from Rhode Island. It's already come back.
He's like,
Dad, there's a telex from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Dad, it's here.
Because earlier, Eric, whenever he's in the station, he's like, send a telex. She's doing the typewriter and her hands are going up and like,
oh, she is a super fast typer. He's dictating it like you and I are talking right now. He's like, do this, do that, do this and that. She's like, He's like, and send the telex.
Yeah. So she says the telex is back from Rhode Island, and they say that it says Dobbs was dismissed from being a medical examiner because he was doing weird stuff to the bodies in the morgue.
Yep. And he was
in Rhode
dismissed
Island
from his job. And
the medical board. Yeah.
Unauthorized autopsies.
Yes.
And he escaped persecution from the grand jury. I mean, there was a lot of information. He had doctor's credentials removed. She's reading it like it's the best book club she's ever been in. And he left Rhode Island. He settled in Potter's Bluff in the spring of 1970. And she goes, our Mr. Dobbs. Like, ooh.
Oh, second title. That would be a great title for the movie. Our Mr. Dobbs.
Our Mr. Dobbs. And it's a musical. Oh, he left Rhode Island and he left in a hurry. The corpses.
Wow. Oh my God.
But he's been in the town for 10 years.
Yes. And also St. Louis got back quick. Positive ID. That's Moynes.
Yep.
That's the guy from St. Louis.
What? So Dan's like, oh shit. So he's got to go home. And then he doesn't see it, but Janet has, I think it's in a closet. She has that big, the lights there, the big lights that you were talking about.
Well, because he brought that film home. He picked the film up from the pharmacist, and then he grabbed the projector. And in that closet, we're like, oh,
shoot.
There's that lighting system.
Oh, Janet's probably got another gig going on, is my guess.
Mm-hmm. And so he sets up the projector. And he turns it on to watch that film.
Well, this is a black and white film, and Dan is watching this. I love it because I'm watching it with Dan. What?
It's a POV
student film, but it's like a.
Imagine if it had a cartoon before it, like a Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah,
like that he had to watch.
Right. That'd be awesome.
So it's a POV. Whoever has this camera, and they're approaching a house. It looks a little to me like the house that the family was in, but that's the family that got killed.
It did look like
looks like that house.
Yeah.
But this house looks a little like it might be lived in. I'm not sure. But the peeper here with their camera goes up to a window. POV, they go up to a window and they're looking in the window. There's two people in that window they're having
intercourse.
They are. Yeah. I know.
So, but we don't see, there's a guy on top of a girl and they're going at it.
Mm-hmm.
But what's weird is there's other people in the room and other people staring in and stuff. It's so...
In the other windows, we're seeing from this point of view that there's other people peeping in.
Yeah. And the guy is really distracted because he doesn't care. He's going at it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I think it's the
dagger.
Yeah.
It's that dagger.
Stabbed several times in the back with the dagger, which, by the way, is almost impossible, in my opinion, that you can stab someone in the back.
The leverage, yeah.
You can't. No.
Well, it seems difficult because I'm pretty sure of the first two stabs that we see, it's quick cuts, don't actually even penetrate anything.
No, they don't. No. Whoever it is should have stabbed him in the gut and the side. But I think we have to say it at the same time. But the woman pushes the body off of her, and the woman in the film is
Janet.
Janet, we knew it.
And she has just this, and do you know how we've been saying throughout recapping this movie, she just plays it straight. She does not look maniacal. She does not look, she's got like a little smile on her face, and just looking at the
Yep.
Just
and
look at
this is why, when you don't have kids, because they don't have kids, is that you get so many hobbies. She's got the PTA. She's got her photography. She's got her witchcraft. She's a serial killer. She polishes silver. She's got so many hobbies.
And everybody's there. Everybody starts coming in the room. We got Lisa from the beach. We got everybody there.
Yep.
They're all there.
What's his name? Freddy Krueger's there.
Now, when you're watching the movie the first time, you're thinking, who did she kill? You're like, who's this guy that she killed?
Right.
Because you're
just another traveler.
I wonder if Dan is thinking, did she kill the photographer? Did she kill the...
Right. Because he kind of looks like the photographer, actually.
A little bit. Yeah.
But I love it because this is Dan freaks out and he's like, "Whoa!" And then he goes, because I have the subtitles on, he goes, "Stop!"
I know.
But this guy is doing it. She is chewing the scenery. I love it.
Would have been great if it was Arnold.
Dobbs! What are you doing? My wife is killing a man.
So because Dobbs is there in the room. We should say Dobbs is in the room.
Yeah,
that's why he says that.
He's got a big smile on his face. So that's why he races to the funeral home.
Yes, he goes to the mortuary. Yeah.
Dobbs there. What?
This is where the first time you're watching the movie, you're like, what's happening? What's going on? Dobbs clicks on a little button and all around the room start playing film of all the murders we've seen, plus other ones we haven't seen.
Yep.
They're playing in the black and white all around the room on the walls.
Yeah,
and all the different murders.
Which is cool. It's really like you're.
It is cool. I think it kind of, you're like, what's happening here?
Yeah,
like what's going on?
Why does Dobbs have all this stuff? I don't get it. And then they had to be disfigured. You're like, what? And I'm sure you got a lot of dialogue in this one.
Well,
right, but you see his wife. Mm-hmm. Just saw, which apparently is multiple copies of this. Does everybody have one? Do they pass it around at parties?
Right.
What she show it at school? Here's me.
Yeah,
this is me.
Yeah. So it's everywhere, and so he's saying, look at the work. Look at my children. He says, these are my children, and
then he says, he talked about Janet. He goes, my crown jewel.
Yeah,
my very first. I'm like, what?
Yeah. He said, and he says she was drowned in a creek.
Yeah, but I could still see her beauty.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
Okay. So I have questions.
Yeah.
Should we do them now, or should we just keep going here, and then we'll have a few questions and have some questions?
Questions. Maybe we'll.
Well,
because he said
we don't know yet. We're gonna.
Okay.
I'm a little. Okay. So he says Janet was my first. So
right.
And he says the others. That's right. What'd you say?
It's a reanimated. I mean, he's very specific. He's like, yeah, it's my first. He doesn't say reanimated cadaver, but basically that's what he's saying is he.
And he said Janet's special, though, because he said the others need touch-ups daily, weekly.
Yeah.
Janet can go months.
He's like,
so now we're like, that's why Janet was visiting Dobbs.
Yeah, and if you take
that's
it out of
why
context,
she would go to visit Dobbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you take it out of context, Janet can go weeks. You know what I mean, Dan? Doink, doink, doink. I fixed everything, Dan. But you know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah, Dan.
I mean, when you think about it, are they not having sex at home?
I don't know what is going on in Dobbs' mind. He's clearly crazy because he starts saying things, which I think is cool, kind of cool dialogue actually here, where he's like, you can't kill me, Dan. You can only make me dead. And I like that.
He reveals that the guy that got hit by the car was dead long before he hit him. And he's not going to reveal he's doing it. He's reanimating, but he's not going to reveal the secret method. Oh, no.
Yes. So we're not going to get
no, and
I do the voodoo chant and I do
it's in the book.
We're not going to get the
Lollapalooza Dom Decree. I have to do this dance, Dan. Hoo la 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 la. I have to be in my underwear.
I have to be in the ceremonial underwear.
Dress up as Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I'm saying too much. I don't want to reveal my secrets.
Oh, shoot. Darn
but it does have frill on it. I don't want to. But I do want to say that
there's a lot with
there's
oil.
garters involved, but no.
Oil and chocolate, Dan. Oil and chocolate.
I've said too much. But
he does say, which I liked, is he said, Janet, he goes, I gave her fear and sex and love.
Fear and sex.
Yeah, weird.
And love.
But he's saying that he's giving you these things, so you're not just brought back to life and you're you. Right?
Yeah.
Well, he does say to Dan, he goes, Dan, I enjoy these little chess games with you. And you're like, what? Because he's got the gun on. He pulls his gun out now on Dobbs. But yeah, Janet arrives in one of her astounding outfits.
Yes. But she's chattering away like the housewife. Like I said, like oh, Dan, I thought we could go home and we could make dinner and we could da-da-da-da-da. She's just talking like she's not aware of anything that's going on.
Almost like she.
Yes. Like Stepford Wives. Yeah. Like I said, you're thinking like Stepford Wives.
I was going to do some macrame. Macrame. I'm cooking
and Dobbs says, as she's doing this, Dobbs says, the dead have no memory. Only what I give them.
So he gives them memory. What?
I guess.
And then he says she only appears alive. She's dead, Dan. She's dead.
Yeah. And so Dan goes over to touch her, and he touches her cheek, and it comes off. A piece of her cheek comes off in Dan's hand.
Okay, so I have a problem with that, Art, because
I do too.
She can last for weeks and months, but not today, Dan. Don't
this
touch
was
her
her
face.
time, Dan. She hasn't been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, because of you having sex with her with the corpse that I made for you. Oh. Oh no! I'm starting to go darker, Art. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna.
You know what I mean? You know what I used inside there, Jan.
Well, also like, were they never? I know that we've only seen them kind of having a bad relationship, him and Janet. But were they ever intimate? Why didn't things come off before?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
All right. Well, I'll wait.
A few minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so he peels something off her cheek, and he shoots her
while she's talking.
Yes, but she keeps coming. She keeps going. Yeah.
Until she realized that she's shot.
Yes.
And she's like, what? She looks at herself. She goes, I'm dead. I'm dead, Dan.
The penny drops for some reason in this moment.
Yeah.
She realizes that she's dead.
Yeah. What is going on here?
And and then immediately she says, please bury me.
Yeah, and then she runs away.
Which I like the concept here. It's kind of creepy. Please bury me. Like I'm dead. And yeah.
And Dan's like, you know what? Fuck you, Dobbs. And he shoots him.
Well, Dobbs grabs him. So I'm wondering if this is a kind of a suicide here, right? Dobbs wants to get shot.
I guess.
because Dan turns around and shoots him.
And this is a 70. Well, he's got to be 70, right?
Yeah. Well, we should say Jack Albertson, this was his last movie, and he went to the premiere in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank and everything.
Yeah, and he's like, holy
and he was very proud of his work in it, and he went.
He's good. He is very good. It is none of this is. It's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's great.
But he follows Janet to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
in George's grave.
Well, because it's open.
But was it her who crossed out George's name and wrote Janet above her? Did she do that? Who did that? Did she have a Sharpie or what?
She's got the classroom. She does everything.
You're right. She probably has the classroom supplies. She has the whiteboard marker in her pocket.
Art and witchcraft and whatever, baking.
But this is kind of creepy. She's in the grave.
Yes.
She's lying in the hole. Yeah.
She's like, bury me. And Dan is losing his shit.
Yes.
I mean, he's lost it. And she's
understandably.
Yeah. And she says, I love you. But he's burying her.
Mm-hmm.
And
she is pulling the sand over herself.
Yep.
She's helping bury herself.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool, creepy, weird image.
It is. Because I'm thinking, okay, if she's a zombie or whatever it is that she's made by Dobbs, she's not going to die.
Yeah. It's very strange.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, back at the funeral home,
Dobbs is getting up. Good for Jack Albertson. He's really he's standing up. He's all limping, and he takes 2 electrodes.
No.
What does he do first? First he puts lipstick.
He puts the music on. And then he's doing. I'm just trying to think of what movie we've seen that in where he's like,
Silence of the Lambs.
There you go.
Is what I'm thinking of. Right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Trying so hard for a mortician that's really good at his job, he sucks at getting the right lipstick color. Because I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then
you know what they say, Eric? The cobbler's kids always need the shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go. But then he takes the freaking formaldehyde stabby things, and he freaking stabs himself on either side of his stomach, and it looks so good. I mean, it doesn't look fake. It looks like he's stabbing himself with that. And then he just fucking dies. He's like,
yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why is he sticking himself with formaldehyde? So then we got, meanwhile, at the graveyard, it's a party, right?
Everybody starts showing up. Everybody's there.
All of the town folk.
Everybody we've seen in the movie up to this point. And what they're doing is when they show up, behind their thing on the soundtrack, we hear a line from them that they might have said, ask your wife. Like we see the hotel guy and it's like, ask your wife.
Yeah, there's lots of, I thought that was unnecessary, but there was
Jimmy's there. Jimmy, the mortician guy. And I wanted to have in the background with him is, want some weed? Like,
yeah. Hey, this would be a good time to light one up, I guess, huh, everybody? Awkward. But yeah, everybody's all there. And somebody says, they offer their condolences to Janet being dead and buried. There's the movie. Yeah. But everyone's involved, Art.
And they start taking pictures. They do start taking the pictures.
But also, everybody conveniently at the same time is breaking down physically because everybody's got a piece missing. Just because we wouldn't know otherwise, I guess. But all of them are falling apart at once.
Yeah. Like, in other words, we saw the doctor like a couple of hours ago and he was fine.
Shitty.
But now he's got like faces falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the difference is you said somebody took a picture, but nobody's attacking him.
No.
And then somebody says, be happy for her, Dan. I'm like, what?
Because do they mean maybe be happy for her, she's now buried? I don't know, but
we'll
talk about it. Let's talk about it here.
The picture,
they're not.
One picture And he just
they're crowding around him, but they're not grabbing him. Yeah. They're like all sort of around him, and he's sort of fighting through them.
Yeah.
And and as he runs towards the mortuary, and it fades out on "Ask Your Wife."
It'd be awesome if he was actually.
It does though.
But if he was like, "Dan, ask your wife. I told you. Should have listened to me before."
So that made me laugh. Actually,
dead now, but still can tell you, right?
So Dan comes back into the Dobbs office. Dobbs is sitting at his desk.
He looks normal. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? Wait. What? And I think this is where my confusion is. This Dobbs is the summoner. He's doing it. So he's dead, but he stuffed himself with formaldehyde, and now he's not alive, but he's
dead.
But he didn't take his.
Remember, he said you can't kill me. You can only make me dead.
Yes, but is this a different form of voodooism? Because he didn't take out his own heart, and he's perfectly himself. So I was like, wait, what is this? Is this demonology?
Because he's the leader, but he's alive. But
dead.
There's one more thing.
Oh,
he said, "There's one more thing you should know, Dan."
Yeah. Oh.
And he turns on the film we saw earlier of Janet murdering that guy.
Yes.
But we didn't see the whole film, or this is the director's cut.
Of
that film. This is the director's cut. Yeah.
And he had one just for Dan. He must have been like, well, I got to save this one for Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the stabbing.
Dobbs doing the director's commentary on it.
Oh, here's where we had for the theatrical release, we couldn't show this. You know,
but Dan's watching it.
Stabbed this guy before he died. We were waiting like, come on, Janet. Use your good arm.
But yeah, she pushes the body off.
And it rolls over.
And it's the nurse. It's Nurse Lisa. No.
No.
Oh, it's not. Who is it, Art?
It's Dan! Dan!
No! Wait. No!
No, he says, and he's bringing his hands up in that agony. He has to bring the hands up into the frame.
Yes. But he's doing such... if you're presented with all this information, Art, not only did you figure out your wife that you're sleeping with is dead. Everybody in the town is reanimated corpses. The mortician's responsible. Not only that, but now you're dead. And you're talking to a dead mortician. So I think he did a great job of just losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and he's losing it. And he has hands up. And we notice that his hands are a little bit falling apart.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Him burying
crusty,
his wife.
Cracked. That's right.
You
from
see some
ripping all that stuff.
Skeleton bits. It really looks great. It really looks great. And he's just like, oh.
And our last line is Dobbs on the voiceover as we're looking at those hands. And he says, come, Dan, let me fix those for you.
Yes. And then a freeze frame, which I didn't care for. But then you fade out, and then it's that music. It's just like...
Yeah, we don't have like a rock song. Dead and buried. Dead. But I've saved it for this, Eric.
Oh, no.
We could have had this, and I'll cut this out.
Oh, no.
After I do it.
Don't cut it out.
You're going to laugh, I know.
I'm going to.
Because you know this.
Go ahead.
I never thought that I would be the head of an evil mortuary. But suddenly I start to see a bit of witchcraft for me. Oh. Because I've got a zombie army. I've got a dead town acting as my friends.
Wait, you got an ending one? And now
I don't.
Is dead, and that's how the story ends.
They're snapping pictures. That's all I could get.
You can't cut it out. You can't.
I won't. I won't cut it out just for you.
That would be awesome if he's like,
I said, when do I do this? Eric's going to love this.
Dan, one more thing. What's that? You're dead. And then all these Oompa Loompas come out and they go, Oompa Loompa. What do you do when your wife is a corpse?
Dan, you shot a corpse.
Right.
That corpse has to be touched up It has to be.
You hit one of them while you're driving. Now the entire car has to be scrubbed. You lose. You get nothing. Grandpa, am I dead too?
Yes, Charlie. We're all dead. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh, gosh.
Different.
Yeah.
But that's the end of
That
the
would be a
movie.
different ending, but I thought, yeah,
That
you could
would
do
be-
that at the end.
I just want this to be a mash musical.
Yeah, but that's it, Eric. That's the end there. So let's do a few questions if you have them. I have them. So Dan's been dead the whole time.
For some time, yeah. So whenever he moved
he's
in,
been dead
a year ago, what was it?
How long? And I mean, I know they don't have to give us everything, but also Janet was dead. You said how long?
10.
10 years.
10.
How long have Dan and Janet been married? That was what I was trying to figure out.
Here's the thing. What everybody has to realize is that Dobbs
It doesn't matter.
puts information into them.
Memories,
however he does
right.
that. So they don't have any information like that. He just gives them whatever he wants them to know. So Dan...
Well, that's right, because Freddie was a photographer, and then boom, he was the gas station attendant.
Right. And I also think that Dobbs is like, oh, I'm bored. I got to have fun with Dan. I think I'm going to have fun
He still
with
kept
Dan.
He still kept the boat guy creepy, though. He still kept that person.
He did. Yes.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't give him a new.
Well, I don't think you can change their voices because that's why, Art, everybody has a different dialect.
Yeah, I know you were saying that earlier. I didn't catch on to that. That's probably true.
But my thought is that everybody who passes through this town, does the town keep getting bigger and bigger? It's like, well, we got to have another house.
Well, here's a question.
The whole town.
So at the start of the movie, when we start the movie, is the whole town, because the doctor got turned while we were watching.
He doesn't live in the
Different
town.
town. What about the hotel guy?
I don't.
Because up to a certain point, I don't think the hotel guy, when the hotel guy came and said that guy at the gas station, you got to go see him, I thought that he was not a zombie.
Well, here's where I think that he was.
Okay.
Because when Grandpa Joe says, I enjoy these little chess games with you, right? He is giving the corpses information and then making them think that this is reality. So he probably gave he's orchestrated this whole thing that for some reason he wanted Dan to find out that he's dead and his wife's dead. I don't know why, but then he's probably going to wipe Dan's memory and have him start something else. Because I think he did this as for fun, is my guess. Dobbs was like,
so at the start of the movie, Robert Englund, all these people are already zombies, including George.
Yeah.
And, including Sheriff Dan. Everybody, this is a town of zombies already.
And what's his name is this is his giant dollhouse. Dobbs' giant dollhouse, and he's having fun.
But now Dobbs wants the ultimate. He wants to be dead himself. That's what I think.
Yeah.
He wants to be his own creation. He wants to be dead.
Right.
Like all his children.
Correct. But I want to point out that he had to do some other voodoo spell, because he's not.
But we don't see it because he doesn't want us to know it, Eric. He's never going to give away his secret.
I had to put on these high heel tap shoes.
We just saw him inject the formaldehyde into himself to preserve himself.
I didn't.
And put on the lipstick really weird.
Yeah. But then he fixed it a few minutes later, apparently.
I know. Yeah.
But I think that's
so
what
I didn't quite understand his his plan there. But I know what he wanted to do, but I'm like, I guess we don't see what the secret is, right? We don't see what happens because we watched the girl, the waif. We watched our hitchhiker. He turned her, but he didn't do any sort of spell. He just reconstructed her.
Because he had to have cut out her heart earlier. He's got to cut out
so
the heart.
cutting the heart out, and like you're saying, we don't see him cut his own heart out.
No, so he's not his own animated corpse. He can't tell himself what to do.
What do you want to do, Dobbs? I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. What do I do? Ah!
But I just thought that end for me when he killed
He's
himself.
having Jimmy try to assist him, and Jimmy's high.
Yeah, Jimmy can't do it. He's like, I don't know, man. But I don't know why they chose that he died and wanted to die, and then he's back. I just think, I don't know. It's so he can live forever, so he can keep doing this.
I think so.
But
I think that's
town he just gives them the memories that he wants to give them. So they probably, here's my thing, artists, they probably don't have sex because they just stop doing things. Like at home, they don't do anything else. That's why she has the repeat lines. That's why she's
I caught all of that too. Now, I thought, going back to something I told you earlier, when he went in that barn and it was kind of a wasted scene, what I was saying is, I thought that making it more of a rewatchable movie would be if that, where he chased that guy in, it was that house that we see that last film in.
Yeah.
And Dan's walking through that house.
That bedroom, yeah. Which
and
could have been.
sees that bedroom, right?
Yeah.
And we don't know, but Dan, and then it would connect. We would all go like, oh, or then if you were watching the movie again, you'd be like, oh, I see, he's in that thing. But I just thought that. So when I watched it my second time for our viewing here, I was looking to see, I'm like, wait, did he go in there? But it's not. And this isn't, I will tell people, because I look closely going through, this is not like The Sixth Sense. You're not going to pick up clues. There aren't a ton of breadcrumb droppings that Dan is dead.
I don't think there are any.
Yeah, there's none of that, like they did in The Sixth Sense. But
the wife, Janet, when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, she's like an automated. But that means all the other people too are automated. And that means that freaking Dobbs doesn't get much sleep because he's like,
I gotta tell Freddy Krueger to pull that car out of the. I gotta do that.
Yeah, does he? Are they
to school?
Are they autonomous at all, or they just do they have any free will?
See, this is where we're diving too deep now.
We are. We need to bail out, Eric. We need to pull the canopy open and jump out of the plane.
Because you know what? We know all about boats, but we don't know all about boats.
But as much as we're going like, whatever, watching it through, it's a good little twist. It's a good twist at the end that he's dead too. Like it's fun. I think it's a fun moment twist. I like it a lot.
Art, don't scratch the side of your face.
No,
don't do that.
No, it's itchy though. It's
don't touch your face, Art. I don't have time.
Okay.
Don't.
So Eric, I think it's a good, fun, little. I want to say B movie, but I think that's not their intention here. It's
I don't
not.
Think so.
You know what it reminds me of, Eric? This is like. Do you remember when we talked about The Fog? You and I, and in John Carpenter's initial thing with The Fog, this too, they had to go back and add some more gratuitous stuff with the producers, but it was more of a mystery. It was more of a mystery.
One thing you could remove is the doctor's death scene because that's the only thing that makes it kind of like B movie. The rest of it, the effects are amazing.
Yeah, the effects are amazing, but this is sort of a mystery like that you're getting into here. It's not a slasher. And it doesn't feel supernatural as much as it feels folk horror. Like when you're in it. It's
very folk, like Dunwich horror type of thing because they hit you over the head at the beginning with the death scene.
Yes.
Then it's murder mystery. Art, good. Your eyebrow is one eyebrow is lower than the other. Can you?
Well,
there you go. You got it?
I usually just go to this place and I just have to visit this person every now and then. I won't touch it. I shouldn't.
Yeah, you don't touch it.
But Eric, I'm just thinking about dinner, what I'm going to make for dinner and what I'd like for dinner. So anyways.
Microwave?
Yeah. So I like Dead and Buried. I think it
recommend.
It has its moments where you're like, this could move along. They kind of play things out a little too long and
it's not that long. They had to make it a little longer. They had to do the haunted house scene, and the ADR is like ridiculous. But
they had to make it 90 minutes, like you said. But it has a good. It's so great to see. I know we say this a lot, but when you put a good, interesting actor like Jack Albertson in a part like that, it elevates
and believable. You believe that he's and his glasses are awesome.
Yeah, and it's got interesting side characters. And so, I would say I'd recommend people check it out if you've never seen it before. We've kind of given away some of the twists, but hey.
Well,
if you haven't seen it in a long time.
You shouldn't listen to the podcast if you want.
You shouldn't. We say it right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So how about you, Eric?
But
how about you?
I love it.
You love it.
To go.
Yeah.
I've seen it, probably too many times. The first time I saw it, I was horrified and very upset. And the specific scenes with the guy burned and beaten, and then the same guy with the eyeball, and then the acid hit me hard originally, but now that I see how cheap that is, but sticking the acid in the guy's nose was like, oh my God. So and then the reveal where I'm like, what? So it's great. Recommend.
Yeah.
Recommend.
Yes. So
I
Eric,
recommend it. Yes,
if
Charlie.
we had a rating system if we had come up with a rating system for the podcast, like 10 or 5, whatever, like which we haven't done yet. We've been doing this for so long, and we really got to pin that down. Oh, we did. Okay.
One of your ears fell off. That's probably why you're not a good listener.
Shit, that's
gross. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, at least you don't need the other iPod.
I don't know what's happening to me here.
Well, we do have a rating, Art.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
what is it? It's
Art.
No, my lip.
Fix your
my
lip.
lips are.
Yeah,
my
don't
bottom
touch
lip
it.
Is,
don't
no,
touch it.
I'm not going to touch it. What is the rating?
The rating. You're going to find it. You're not going to guess this one, buddy. You're not. It's 9 out of 10. I'm getting it 9 out of 10. Golden tickets.
Oh.
9 out of 10 golden tickets. Yeah. I'm getting it 9 out of 10 hastily made tombstones.
Ooh, there you go. With Janet scrawled on them.
Yes, but I could say it like this.
Ow. Ooh,
9 out of 10 hastily made.
Sorry,
what are you doing?
No, I just, now that we have that, I just, I thought we could, okay. I just want to tell people that we want to hear what you think about Dead and Buried from 1981. You can reach us at midnightcinemapod.com. Please listen to us on any of the podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're out there on all of them, YouTube. And if you're there, leave us a review or a rating. We love to hear from people. And Eric, I've enjoyed talking to you.
I've enjoyed talking with you, buddy. You know who else I've enjoyed talking to?
Ooh.
Amanda. Yeah, she visits here often, Art, to get fixed because she's been dead for 10 years, Art.
What?
Sorry,
no!
honey. I can